Religion. The role of religion within society has been of much debate and interest within the discipline of sociology. The dominant view is that religion acts as a conservative force within society, inhibiting social change.
Functionalists see religion as a form of social glue, reinforcing society's values and bonding societies together, whereas Marxists see it as a tool of the bourgeoisie, keeping the masses placid and subservient and maintaining upper-class domination. And no one gives a shit what the feminists think.
But is this an entirely fair assessment? After all, Jesus was a nonconformist rabble-rouser, fighting the system that contained him. Surely religion can't be completely docile. One of the first sociologists to argue the case for religion's capacity for social change was the German sociologist Max Weber.
Where Emil Durkheim and Karl Marx had tried to form a general rule for religion's role in society, Weber performed detailed qualitative research on specific religions during specific periods, such as Confucianism and Taoism in China, and Hinduism and Buddhism in India. He called his approach Verstehen, from the German word understanding. He was particularly interested in the economic implications of religion in these periods, but I think Max's defining work, and what I'll personally remember him for, was The Protestant Work Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism. What a good read.
But what is the Protestant work ethic, or for that matter, the spirit of capitalism?
Well, people always say it's the Protestant work ethic when people are determined to work, always think he should work, and he seems to have thought of it. I don't know if he did a lot of work, like.
Not quite, sweet grandmother. Let's ask an expert.
Max Weber tried to explain how capitalism originated by looking at religion. His view was that the Protestant ethic which existed in early religions such as Calvinism, which was a version of Christianity, provided the touch paper, lit the touch paper to start off the Industrial Revolution. Although it wasn't the only factor, it was probably one of the main factors that meant that the Industrial Revolution occurred in Western Europe rather than in other advanced nations such as China and perhaps India, which were certainly very advanced technologically but didn't have that Protestant ethic spur to take them through the Industrial Revolution.
Economical overview, Richard, but that's only half the story. Europe, 1517. Though Catholicism was the dominant religion of the period, many followers were becoming displeased with the conduct of the church at the time. There was much resentment towards the growing corruption within the clergy. Priests and bishops had been making money through the selling of fake religious artifacts, such as pieces of the True Cross, and had been guaranteeing places into heaven in return for large donations. Meanwhile, in a monastery in Germany,
You are kidding. Das ist das letzte Stroh.
the public outrage at the church's conduct came to a head when renegade monk Martin Luther decided to air his grievances with the church by nailing his criticisms to the door of a church in Wittenberg.
Meine Freunde, ist es zu mir frei geworden, denn unsere Religion durch die Hand des Mannes pervertiert geworden ist. Wir müssen zum Unterricht und zu den Grundlagen der Bibel zurückkommen. Nur Gott kann entscheiden, wem für Himmel nicht Mann gepasst wird.
Danken sei Gott! Us bridge vermickt! Us bridge vermickt!
The movement started by Luther became known as Protestantism and spread quickly throughout Europe.
The impact of Protestantism on society is still being felt throughout society today. Luther's ideas about keeping to the letter of the Bible led to a newfound criticism and rationalization in society as people questioned what they were originally taught by the Church. For example, the Catholic Church used to allow the belief in mythical creatures and what have you, as it did nothing to affect their authority. The newer, rational, critical movement started by Luther in effect planted the seeds of secularization that would cause future generations to be critical to the point of atheism.
Weber's key interests in this study were the teachings of John Calvin, a man who took the broad sentiment of Protestantism and turned it into a real religious doctrine by which he encouraged people to live, known as Calvinism.
Limonade, Limonade, geschmackvoll, geschmackvoll. Limonade, Limonade, geschmackvoll, geschmackvoll. Hallo, kan her. Er interesserer en etwas geschmackvoller Limonade?
Non, je m'entende.
Je sais proposition pour vous, pendant. El man die kan weg don. Il commandant de mettre Sauville, le de malédiction éternelle.
Gut Ortfrick würde das schwellen sein?
Excellent. Bien que vous n'ayez pas vraiment une parole dans la matière.
Warum nicht?
Calmez votre compagnon de dents. J'expliquerai le calvinisme la seule manière que je sais. Pour la chanson. Et la anglais. Heaven is the place of the elect few. There's no guarantee you're there whatever you do. You can worry yourself dead with salvation anxiety, but the only course of action is piety. Dedicate yourself to hard labor if you want God to indicate He'll save you. Invest all your coins into capital gain and live a lifestyle that's plain. Live a life that's free from sin. Don't indulge in sex, drink, or dancing. Take the commerce you'd waste or somehow misplace and invest it back into your business.
So wissen Sie, wenn ich wunsch, wenn ich eine dieser Astelgruppen bin, das erhalten, zum Himmel zu gehen, das finanziell ergriffen wird, ich bin mir der Wahrscheinlichkeit, da ich von gespeit würden. Hab warum nicht sei erklassen mir für, ich hab wird wohl Vermogen dann zu melden weit ermiegt.
J'ai seulement ein Pensile ou Resseman. Désolé, Bruder Nywood den Dallying and Dilly. Wir müssen ein Vermogen ansammeln.
My time has come!
The spirit of capitalism was so called because although it had different goals behind its economic pursuit, it in effect was the same process. As society became more secular and rational, the money earned became its own end, and capitalism as we know it was born. Oh dear. Well, money would never change me, I can assure you. Though Max Weber's theory has been quite heavily criticised by modern sociologists, the main value of his theory is that it set a precedent for many subsequent studies on religion. Weber knew that religion wasn't always a force for social change, but that he recognised that it could be means that it's a classic example for sociologists looking outside of the dominant functionalist and Marxist viewpoint on religion. Well, I'm afraid that's all from us here at Sociology in Action this week. But tune in next time, when I'll be asking the question, questionnaires, are they as reliable as they seem? I'm sure the results will astonish you. This has been Sociology in Action. Bye-bye.
Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. Don't give me no affliction. That old-time religion is good enough for me.